Great success.
Great success. We're about to take it to a scrapyard so I can get the sucky from prostitute. Hey Mark, guess what? Press on the brakes. He fucking squished me. This big dude squished me. Oh, that sucked.
It's fucking snowing out here.
So I thought I'd do an update on Dakota. 89 Dakota with the 2.5. Yes, it has the 2.5 TBI 4-cylinder. The pretty much those K engines that you see like in the vans, the Shadows, K cars, and but it's not the same. Hold on, let me get through this mess here. Okay, this is the regular 2.5 K. Well, speaking of K, the VINs on these ones are Ks, you know, like I said, the vans, K cars, and all that stuff. But in the trucks, the VIN is G, and I'm gonna tell you why. The only difference between the Gs and the Ks, first of all, is the oil pans, but the main focus is actually where the mounts go on. There's one mount right here, like the drill, like the hole for it. It would be right here for the Dakotas. And this one would be right here, the same place, and this is more up here, I think. But there's 3 mounts on the Dakotas. This is actually the head for the Dakota. 89 only did not have the little bleeder port or whatever. 89 was the only year that did not have that. Then after that, they had 2 of them. It was one up here and then one down here. But the reason I took this head out of that Dakota was because one of the valves, the number 2, it was burnt. So it only ran on 3 cylinders. Oh, and then the truck did not have any brakes. And this was the main reason why. This is the proportioning valve on it. You can see it's just blown to hell and back. Would not hold any pressure at all, so I had to replace all the lines, and I went and got a proportioning valve out of a Chevy van, threw that on there. So the truck runs fine, well, runs fine for now, but after you drive it for about 30 minutes or so, I get no oil pressure at idle. But once you press the gas pedal, it'll climb back up a little bit. But I hooked up a mechanical oil gauge, one of these things. So at startup, it would be at 50, and it'll run fine until like after 30 minutes. It would gradually go down to like 25, and then it'll just be in the line between 25 and 0. And then at idle, it'll just be at 0. But no knocking, no ticking, or anything. This focused on here. Where's the key? See, the oil pressure is just fine. Look at all that smoke. Where are you? Yep, just your itty bitty 4-cylinder. It has a leak on the front main, so it leaks oil all over the place here. So this engine's going to get replaced. With, I don't know if you can see it, but with that engine that's sitting in there, me and my friend pulled it out of the junkyard last Thursday. Yeah, you can kind of see it's just sitting up there. Pulled it out of a 95 Dakota. So that in there is going in here. That'll be my project. Of course, it'll have the new clutch and all that stuff. I just gotta take this 2.4 off of this hoist so that way I can bring that engine in here and start working on it. Because the reason why I think the rod bearings are just shot. I thought it would have been my oil pump, but I think mostly it's the bearings. It's not like the clearance is too open or whatever you want to call it. There's not a, because it's gotta have like little clearance in order to build pressure in there. So I'm gonna rebuild the one that's in there instead of just this one. I'll keep this one around for parts. Yeah, that's pretty much pretty much what I got going on. The frame is still good on it. A buddy of mine actually sent me this website to repair the cab corners and the rocker panels. Yeah, you can see it just runs quiet, especially when the oil pressure's low. I don't get it. So, but yeah, I ain't got nothing much left to say, but yeah, wish me luck.
I don't know why this one hurt more.
This dinglefuck hurt his hand. Yep, this is the... About to pull her out. We just got one more bolt that's right there on the engine mount. See how well that goes. He has to heal for a little bit.
You poking the thumbus?
You broke your thumbus?
Oh, my motherfucking pointer finger.
Oh, your fingering finger? Always standing around with your fingers in your ass half the time anyway.
So?
Okay, we are off. So lift it all as you can.
Hold on, screwdriver.
Success! Yeah.
Motherfucker. Alright. Where's that 2x4 for this?
We're gonna have to figure that out. So we're gonna have to put 2 bolts in one of the transmission, and we're gonna have to jack this up a little more, and then put the 2x4 on here. See how my...
I've seen this on YouPorn before.
Okay, that's not out of... This is not out of place, so that's good. Kind of.
Got another cock for me?
Yeah, I have to put it in the freezer real quick. Let's see how toast this clutch is. I have to find a way how to remove that pilot bearing out. There's the truck.
Grab onto it.
You got one more right there.
Yeah, no shit. I'm gonna lose a toe today. Hold on.
The pry bar. What'd you do with my bolts?
It's my hand.
Holy shit. Oh no, that's from you.
Not bad.
This clutch is worn. So, look at this. Look at this clutch. Hold this.
Nice.
Compared to, well, obviously this is a replacement clutch, I think, but I don't know.
Not bad.
So, where's the brand new one? I want to compare the new one. So it turns out this was a replacement clutch. See, it says, hold on, focus this bitch. Luck.
Where are we gonna put this one?
Well, I need to get an engine stand for this one so that way, because fucking LKQ like to put holes in oil pans, so I have to take this out, put this one. Stupid. A lot of carbon, and I just replaced the head last year. Yeah, this engine's toast. Where she is on all its glory. Reason I took this engine out, it was in my '89 Dakota. You've probably seen some videos in it from previous videos or whatever. Had this truck for over a year now, and has a problem to where the oil light started flickering, and then it just gradually got worse and worse as soon as the engine gets warmer and stuff. And I replaced the oil sending unit that's right here, and it was still doing the same thing, so thought maybe it might have been an electrical problem. So then I hooked up one of those mechanical gauges, and at first the pressure was at 55 when it's cold. Then it would just gradually drop down to all the way to 0. So the bearings are just shot. But I was gonna use this engine, which was out of a '92 Caravan. Only difference is this one has 2 holes right there. See that? For the mount. This one, I'll show you this one. This one has 4. But it has the 2 mounts like a regular car would, but like I said, the The 2.5s that are in the caravans, you know, like the one that's right there. Sundance, Shadows, Acclaims, Dynasties, you name it. They're K engines. But the ones in the Dakotas, they're G engines. And before 89, they only had 2.2 engines. So then 89 they came out with the 2.5 G engine, which is this one. So the only difference is the front, those two mounting points right there. And obviously the oil pan. It's bigger. So, but yeah, this engine's actually pretty clean. I pulled it out of another Dakota. I was really lucky. It's not the best of shape, but it's better than this one. Like, look at this. Holy shit. It's just covered in grunge. And I replaced the cylinder head on that. This was the original cylinder head for the Dakota. And this one had a crack. That's the reason why I took it off, and it was only running on 3 cylinders. See if I could focus this. You could kind of see the crack right there. But yeah. There's the cylinder head, and then there's the throttle body. They use different throttle bodies, so I have to use the one that came out of this truck and throw it on that engine. But yeah, that's my project. So, we got lots of engines. That. Yeah, stay tuned. That's all I gotta say. Alright, tore apart the old engine that came out of this truck. You can see it's just nastified in here, like, big time. I mean, compared to this, just really clean, pretty much. I checked the bearings on this one. The bearings are fine. Oh, and notice there was no metal shavings in this one. But there's some metal shavings in this one. This is just nastified and all crudified and just scored. You might not be able to see it. Maybe if I can just focus the camera a little bit. Yeah, there's some scoring in here. This is the main bearing right here. Let's see if I can get the rod bearing out. Yep, pretty bad. So, I'm keeping the block. I'm going to rebuild it eventually. Eventually it's going to need a new crank and all that stuff, but... yeah, what am I supposed to run with this truck? Hopes and dreams. But, yeah, I just gotta put this one together and throw it in there. So, stay tuned. Wish me luck. Oh yeah, not only that, I can move this crank with my finger. Well, some of you are probably wondering, why am I fixing that heap of pile of shit right there? Because how many 4-cylinder Dakotas do you see around? Especially the early models. And this is the first year for the 2.5 to come out in this truck. Otherwise, 87, 88, they had the 2.2, or they had the 3.9. And the 2.2 was a hunk of shit in that thing. And the 2.5 was a better engine. Yes, it's put together. I don't even know where my keys are at. Oh, okay, it's in here. This is an aluminum valve cover. So the paint's peeling off because of all the brake cleaner I was spraying all over it. So with that engine and a couple of buddy of mine's helped me out. Got this together, bim bam boom. No leaks, no check engine lights, no problem. I didn't even have to adjust the timing. Huh? Whatever. Compared to that engine, this made that truck run like a pile of shit. 2.5, but the bearings were just shot in this thing because the previous owners didn't know how to change the engine. Change the engine oil, I mean. Yeah, they don't know how to change the engine. Yeah. Yeah, they don't know how to change the oil. Previous owner had it since 97 till I bought it from him last year. Last June, last July, yeah. So, yeah, I've had that truck for about a year. And yeah, the clutch. Turns out that this is not focus this bitch. Turns out that luck was actually the factory clutch from what a buddy told me. So this is probably the original clutch, and that truck needed the clutch bad. And when I put that brand new clutch in, and it's shifts so much better. But one thing I noticed though, this is a clutch out of an 89. This one's out of a 95. You can see the splines are different. That's one thing I noticed about it. There's the original cylinder head out of it, like when I first got it, and this is the cylinder head. This head's still good, so I'm still gonna keep that. Clean it up a bit. Make sure there's no cracks. But yeah, great success. What did I do now? What on earth did I do now? Not a bed for this truck. Much better shape. Has a dent right here, but I can pound that out. Has some rust, but I mean, compared to this, because in order to close the tailgate, I have to push this because it kind of wobbles a little bit. So the bar that's underneath here is all rotted out. This side's pretty good. Has the third brake light for the tailgate. Because this one's out of a 95. The same truck that I pulled the engine out to put in here. It's out of the same truck. But the frame on that one was just rotted. It was rotted bad. Not too bad up here. I could probably sand and paint. All the bolts came out. And I mean all of them, all 8 of them. They came out in one piece. So I just got to take the grinder up to them, one of the little wire wheel grinders they have in my garage. Yeah. I know another one. Oh, there it is. There it is right here. Put that in. I really need to get a radio for this thing. Get a cheap one. I might get the vinyl floors for this out of the same truck, and the vinyl seat that's in here, and maybe the door panels. And I found a website online that I can order the cab corners and the rocker panels. So, yeah. So the way how I got this mounted on my bed, I cut some pieces of wood and just stuck it up through the holes. Just like that, so it won't go anywhere. And we just ratchet strap. The tailgate's open right now because I had to do someone's brakes and I had to get my toolbox out. That was a pain. Yeah, see what I mean? It won't close, so you have to push this. So they took the back bumper. Someone came and took the back bumper out of that truck. Bastards. So I'll sand it and paint it the same color maybe. Or maybe I'll paint the... If you have any suggestions, maybe I'll paint the truck the same color as that bed. Or I'll just paint the bed the same color as this truck. Yeah, we'll see. And if you haven't seen my previous videos of this truck, click on one of these 2 videos. This one's the when I first got it before I put the cylinder head on, and then this one's kind of like an update when I pulled the cylinder head out. All right.